Hello guys, welcome back to Codin. So as continuing with the series of CSS, we are going to discuss about positioning and layout in CSS. Like how we can position a block element into a CSS document and how we can prepare a proper layout in CSS document. As you can see on the thumbnail also, we are going to discuss these kind of property in this video. So guys, if you're new to my channel, please do like it, share it and also subscribe to my channel. And I have already posted videos upon C++, Python, Java, important questions for your exams and also HTML. So guys, please do support me and also share it as much as possible. So I have also posting useful content on my Instagram page also. Please do connect me there also. The link is in the description. And if you need any help, do let me know in the comment section. And please keep supporting and please subscribe the channel so that you get updated. Each Thursday I post a new video. So let's get started with the video. Coming to the very first property that we are going to discuss in when we are talking about the positioning or the layout of CSS document. So where the very first property that we have is a display property. So whenever I am talking about the display property works upon the rectangular box in a web page. So basically when we are talking about the display property, it will based upon the all the elements that are included in a web page. Suppose say we have different elements in a web page. Each paragraph, each h1 tag, each of the span tag, all are treated differently when we are talking about a property that we use in CSS. So it will work upon that rectangular box which is present in a web page. So all the display property work upon that. So as you can see on the screen also what the display property does and what are the different kinds of value that we can give to a display property. That is a block, inline and none. So we are going to discuss these properties one by one. What does a block do, what does an inline property do and what does a none property do. To understand this, we need to create a first of all a HTML document. So in the HTML document you can create upon your needs like what kind of things that you want to add into a HTML document. Like if you want to add a paragraph, if you want to add a h1 tag, if you want to add a span tag, whatever things that you want to include in a HTML document, we are going to include that in a HTML document. So as you can see, I have added a HTML file in which I have created the link rel equals to style sheet, which I am giving the link to my layout.css file. So the layout.css file has been added over here. In the body tag, I am using some span tags. In the span tags, basically I am telling you within the notepad that what is the basic purpose I am going to use this span tags and what I am going to make changes whenever I am using that into the CSS file. So basically whenever I'm talking about a display property, so the display property or any of the property that we are using in CSS, so it will work upon based upon the elements, means each and everything that is included in a web page, these are treated as different block elements. So the different block elements work upon the different ways of properties that we have defined into our CSS document. So I have given a first span tag, then I have given another span tag. So I am going to give some multiple span tags so that is easy for you to understand what we are going to actually learn into this and how we are going to exactly implement it and what are the changes that will experience to me whenever I am going to execute that web page. So based upon your needs also you can add that things like how you want to make a HTML document. So if you do not know how to exactly code in HTML document, I have already created a playlist in which I have defined you how we create an HTML document, how we add an image to an HTML document, whatever things is basically required to make an HTML document, all are explained to you. It is not just that you need a background to learn all these things. Even if you are new learner, you can learn that because I've just defined you each and everything from the basic. Means if you are even new to it, you are going to understand it with each and every line explained to you in that. So here it is my HTML document I have prepared over here, and now what we are going to add, I add the CSS document into it. So when I am talking about the CSS document, I am going to add into it this. In the CSS document, what I will be doing, I will be adding a background. In the background image I have used over here so that the body looks attractive to me in the web page. In that I have given a particular span tag in which the span tag I want to make the changes, in which I have given display. So display here is the property and I have given a colon. In the display property colon I have written here as block. So when I have written the block, all the data that is displayed to me will be shown in different lines. Because as we are using simply tag, we need to use a break line, but as I've used a block property over here, it will show me in different line. As you can see in the web page, the lines are displayed me in different form. But if we have to just do with HTML, we have to use a break tag. So this is the use of display property, that all the content will be shown me in the form of a block. Now the next kind of property that we can use in a break tag, that value that we can give is the inline. So whenever I'm using a inline property in the break tag, so what it will help me, it will add all the contents into a single line. So basically whenever I'm using a inline into a particular web page, so what it will happen, you can see that all the content into a single line. As soon as the space get over, it moves to the next line. Next kind of property that we can add in a display part is the none property. Basically, when I'm talking about the none property is used to remove everything that is available on a web page and just display me the things that I've added in the background or whatnot. So this is the way through which we can hide the content whichever we are added into our document. If I write blog again, so all the content that I've hidden will be displayed back to me again with the help of that property. So this is the use of display property which we want to present. Property that we are going to discuss is the visibility property. The visibility property is similar to the display property, but as the name suggests, visibility means the part of the things that we want to make it visible. So that is the visibility property. But basic difference in the visibility property is that it will not make any changes to the layout. Means the layout will remain the same. Just wherever we are making the things visible or wherever we are making the things hidden, it will show me that according to the spaces shown to me, or the text will be disappeared, or the space will just be shown to me. Suppose I have given a paragraph and I want to hide that paragraph, so the space for that paragraph will be visible and the next of the content which I have not hidden will be shown to me. So let us understand this with the help of an example in the web page. See, I have already existing HTML document. I have created a paragraph here. So this paragraph is basically used to tell me how the visibility property actually works. Like what will be the effect of the visibility property when I am using this paragraph. So as you can see, I have written the p tag in which I have written a particular line in which I have defined it as a paragraph. After that, I am gone to the CSS file. In the CSS file, what I have given p tag, which I have set the visibility to be visible, and when it is already visible, the content will be shown to me. I am making it to hidden so that the content should not be shown to me. So what will be the effect of that property? So when I have taken the content to be hidden, so the space will be shown to me but not the content. So after that, I have given a span that is display the block. Means next of the things that are included in the span should be displayed in the form of a block. So whenever I will run my web page, so you can see the space is present over here. This space is for the paragraph because the paragraph was at the beginning of this content. So whenever I am using this property, it will just show me that particular space and rest of the content as it is. When I am making the display as none, it will show me nothing and just that particular thing that I have added in the starting. So this is the use of visibility property. Property is the positioning element property. So whenever I'm talking about the positioning element properties, basically what are positioning element properties? Positioning element are those in which we can make the position of a text or whatever element that we are using. Means not just text, whichever element, image, background, whatnot, whatever we are using in a document of a HTML. If we want to make some position to the top, left, bottom or right, we are using that positioning element. If you want to make a position of paragraph, if I want to make the position of the headings, what I can use with the help of positioning element. The positioning elements will involve a value fixed, static and the relative. We are going to understand this with the one by one in the change in the CSS document. Here we have a CSS document or the HTML document in which we want to make changes to, so that we can see that what are the uses of the fixed properties, what are the uses of static properties and the relative property. So I have used a class fixed in which I have written that this is a fixed position. Means the paragraph which is given in that the P class should be remain at a fixed position. So I have given it as fixed over here and I have written as fixed position and then the P tag I have closed. Already P tags are given, it will display to me as it is shown in the program. So this is the thing that are shown to me in a web page. So if I want to make this at a fixed position, change the position of the content. So what I will do, I will go to the CSS property one. In the CSS, what I will do, I will just add that particular thing, that p dot fixed. So as it is a class, so I will write over here p dot fixed, in which I am going to tell the property of the positioning. So where I want exactly this element, where I want this positioning of the element. So suppose say I want the positioning of the element at the top right side in the web page. So I am using here position that is fixed. Then I have given that the top should be 30 pixel from the top, and then I have given that right should be from 5 pixel, means 5 pixel quantity, and then I have given the color, say maybe green or blue or whatever color you want to give. So I have given the color here as green. So whenever I am going to execute this code, So what will exactly affect? It will show me the fixed position at a particular place. That is a particular paragraph element. So what I will use, I will change that color of the to red. So I've changed the color to red. So when I am changing the color to red, it will showing me to a red place so that it is easy for you to visible. So that's why I changed the color over here. So the position has been changed. If I want to make it to the actual position as it was, so I'll make it as static. Static means no changing of the position. So no changing of the position means it will lie in the same particular line. So fixed means to make it fixed to a particular else place, or static means to make it as it was shown. Next we have a relative property. In the relative property you can see I've made a paragraph over here. I've used p tag as also the span tag. So what I'm going to use, I'm going to use some different properties on the span tag and different properties on the p tag. So relatively the position will be shown to me. So here you can see I've given a p in which I've given the width as to be 350 pixel. After that I've given the border, means I want that the paragraph should have a border of 1 pixel and should be in a box. So that's why I'm giving here a black color. So the box of the paragraph. After that I've given that the position or the color of the things should be fixed. So it means the paragraph should be fixed at a particular place wherever it is present. So I've given it as fixed. Now when I'm going to use a span tag, in the span tag what I've used a background. So first of all the background will change me that all the span tag wherever used, the background will be, the span tag will be yellow. After that I've given the color should be black, white, whatever you want to give into that text color, you can give accordingly. I've given over here as black. Now after that I've given a position, the position should be relative. When I'm talking about the relative position, position relative to the normal position, where actually it was, it should be relative to that normal position. Now I've given the top as 150 pixel and the left as 50 pixel. So basically this is the positioning whatever I want to give. So like say bottom or left hand side or right hand side, you can give according to, you can make changes accordingly and check that what will be effect on the web page. So whenever I'm going to run this, so what you can see, the span tag is shown to me at relative position from the normal position where it actually was, and the paragraph is shown me in a different position. So we can see that what is the purpose of using a relative position. In the relative position, what you can see, the paragraph and the rest of the things which have included in the paragraph all are differently used. Some are fixed and the some are relative. We can change according to our needs wherever we want to give the position. So we can overlap on other elements also, or we can give a particular space for that thing also. So here I want to see that it is in a box, so I have given it as solid. Because I have not given it solid, so it was just taking the border. So as you can see, the border is now been visible to me in the paragraph. Different ways of positioning and layout in CSS. These are three properties: display, visibility, and the positioning properties, and which further includes positioning property, relative, static, and the fixed. So this way you can position and layout in CSS. In the previous one I have explained about the links in HTML or the links in CSS, how we can perform that links in CSS. So in that video I have explained about how we can hover a mouse pointer, how we can check the visited link, how we can change the color of the visited link. So I got a query in which they were asking me about mail to and the tail. So when I am talking about the mail to and the tail, mail to is just moving from that particular link to a particular mail. Suppose say open a Gmail ID or whatever you have given into that particular thing. TEL is used to give to a telephone. So basically it will open me the contact so that I can dial that contact or can get that contact which I have given in the link. So whenever you want to use this thing, you just need to write this in this form as displayed on the screen. So thank you for showing the support and also asking me the queries, and you can ask me anytime. I'm going to resolve that queries. So I hope the query that you asked at how to use mail to and tell has been clear to you now, as you asked in me in the comment. So guys, if you like the content that I post, do like it, share it, and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.